Hi everyone, welcome to the first release video of the year. So we are talking today about IBP 2602. So we will highlight some of the most interesting features of this February release. So I suppose that we dive right into it. My name is Robin, I'm a supply chain planning expert at Flexso Supply Chain.
And my name is Sander, I'm also a supply chain planning expert at Flexso.
All right, so let's take a look at what's on the agenda for today. We have highlighted, well, let's say 4 aspects for this release video. First of all, we will take a look at what is called harmonized scenario management. It's basically the vision or the way SAP wants to move forward with regards to scenario management. Next to that, we will take a look at how AI and how the Gen AI can help or can assist MRO planners in analyzing their results. Then we will take a look at some enhancements, how the use of job definitions has been enhanced in general, and then we will conclude with some minor or some general improvements to the planner workspace, which is more and more moving towards the all-in-one workspace for planners in general. So for the first topic on harmonized scenario management, I'll give the floor to you, Sander.
Thanks, Robin. So, as Robin said, the first topic is harmonized scenario management. And we know in IBP, scenario management in general can be a very powerful tool. Planners create a what-if situation, they simulate the impact, compare the what-if scenario with the base plan, and if necessary, they promote said scenario to the base plan. Now, with harmonized scenario management, SAP tries to unify and simplify scenario management, and they try to unify order and key figure scenarios, and that's a trend that continues from previous releases. So order-based planning and time series-based plannings, they are getting harmonized. In order to keep scenario management lean and to avoid an explosion of scenarios, an expiry date is added to scenarios, and finally, planners can manage the complete scenario lifecycle, all from within a familiar environment, namely the planner workspace. They can create, modify, and promote the scenarios from within their planning views. With the promotion of a scenario, there is a new option available. Previously, if you promoted a scenario, you had to promote the scenario in full. Now the planners will have the possibility to choose between a full promote and only promoting the interactive changes. On the YouTube channel of SAP, there is an interesting and easy to follow demo on the scenario management. So if you're interested, I highly recommend you check it out. It will be linked in our presentation.
So it really looks interesting as the way forward on harmonizing the whole scenario management.
Exactly.
I think is, as you said, a very powerful tool, maybe a bit underused for the moment, but by putting it on the agenda again and giving it some extra attention, I don't think it will harm.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's then move on towards the next topic, which is the AI analysis of MRO inventory runs. We have been seeing in the past that SAP already introduced several Gen AI tools to explain results on statistical forecasts, to explain the outcomes of inventory analysis, and also on supply optimization itself. So explaining you the results in a condensed and a nice environment that gives you really insight into the data points. Now with 2602, so with this February release, SAP also introduced a similar concept, a similar idea, which is the AI analysis of these MRO inventory runs. So when planning for spare parts, for maintenance, and for repair operations, there is also now the availability of AI analysis on your outcomes. Just be aware that this is positioned or commercialized as one of the premium AI features, so it comes with the added license for SAP Joule Premium. So what is basically the aim or the added advantage of this instant AI analysis is that you can streamline further your validation process for your MRO inventory outcomes. And by giving you some insights into what is previously observed or perceived as a black box, you can now build trust in these results by seeing these explanations of the outputs with some custom and some introduced explanations. So again, this really helps in simplifying decision making in general, because you will be able to see the parameters and the impact of several parameters on your overall results. So they can also give you some insights in how you could adjust these parameters to fully align your actual planning process. And again, this also is all available in this Planner workspace, also in the Excel add-in. So it's really an effort towards consolidating settings of operator profiles and the inputs, then together with your outputs and the explanation all in one view. As I said, it's available, for example, from the Planner workspace. So, for example, if you are looking at your outputs of your MRO runs, for example, here in this case on the reorder point, you can easily navigate towards the more in-depth AI analysis via right-click, and then a pop-up window will appear where it gives you some explanations, some insights, and some outputs that you can deal with. Again, also this concept or this feature has been explained by SAP on their YouTube channel, providing you again with a concise and clear demo on the functionality at hand. So I would say a further improvement in this general AI space, where also this generative AI for MRO is now being introduced.
Nice. The added value of AI truly can be limitless, I think.
I think so, yes. Let's hope.
Okay, let's focus on the third feature we want to highlight in this February release, and it's the enhanced use of job definitions. So job definitions were introduced, I think, more than a year ago. And basically they are job templates or a chain of jobs, but made less complex for the planners. And so we reduce complexity by hiding and pre-filling technical parameters and only showing parameters that are relevant to the planners. There are a few enhancements, the first of which is the introduction of integration jobs. So planners are now in the possibility to use integration jobs in their job definitions. Second, advanced filtering options. You have to think about a filter that uses starts with or contains or before. These are filtering options that are now available. And finally, the context of a planning view can be used as a direct input for your job definition. What do we mean with the context of a planning view? Basically, when you look at planning data, there is context. Now, which version am I looking at? Scenario, and which filters am I applying when looking at this data? This is the context that will be used or can be used from the 2602 release onwards in your job definitions. And I think these improvements highlight that SAP keeps improving and keeps focusing on usability and planner efficiency. Mm-hmm. And in my opinion, this is a rather small technical improvement, but it can be a significant quality of life improvement for the planners itself. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it really looks like something which is just custom to that particular user. So you're using at your particular set of data, and automatically I think that your context is then being applied to the job.
That's a huge one, yeah, definitely.
Looks interesting, okay. Okay, so now let's take a look at the final topic of today. So some general improvements towards the Planner workspace. So the Planner workspace, which has been getting a lot of attention the last couple of releases, because SAP really wants to put it forward as the one place fits all for planning, all types of planning, demand planning, supply planning, inventory planning, etc. So now also with the 2602 release, some further enhancements have been made, providing again even more flexibility and also precision, and again improving ease of use. So two main highlights here for this release for the Planner workspace are the addition of, you can now easily manage your planning filters straight from your Planner workspace. And then again, Sander has already shortly mentioned it with the job definitions as well. Just the possibility to use advanced operators for filtering is also now there. So if you take a look at the first one, managing planning filters, it's just you have now the possibility or the opportunity to share, edit, delete, or assign groups or users to a specific planning filter straight from your Planner workspace. Whereas previously you had to go to a specific app, so you had to go out of the Planner workspace, manage your filters over there, and it created kind of a cumbersome deviation from your planning tasks, basically. So now really, again, with this improvement, SAP really positions the Planner workspace as the all-in-one place where all the Planner workspace and all the actions related to a planner can be easily executed. And then lastly, for today, the possibility to use advanced operators for filtering, or Sander already mentioned it, as I said. It's advanced operators such as contains, beginning, equals, etc., through which you now have the possibility to define filters more flexibly based on certain attributes. also these operators are available in defining the filter of your workbook itself, but also when you create a new component or a new variant of in your planner workspace, these filters can already be applied automatically. So how it positions itself next to the already previously available filters is that previously you had to really include or exclude certain values based on a specific value, and now with these advanced operators you are really able to define specific conditions for a set of values rather than taking one single value at a time. You can really define conditions for a whole set of values. There are some conditions and some priority rules that apply when making use of these advanced operators, and for example these advanced operators, they might take priority over the more unit specified selections. But some of these conditions and these priority rules are also well described in the SAP help documentation. So if you're interested in using these advanced operators, just make sure that you check these conditions and these pre-applied priority rules to know when to use them and how to use them basically as a planner. All right, with that I think we are at the end of this 2602 release highlight. Maybe a bit more condensed or a bit more limited from an operational point of view or for a new functionality point of view, but definitely some really interesting introductions again. If you want to know more in general about this release or IBP specifically and the implementation of IBP, you can go over towards our Flexso landing page or get in touch with us via LinkedIn. So I think all that remains for today is thank you all for watching, and we hope to see you in the next release.
See you.
Bye-bye.